Hey YouTube, tonight we're going to compare the Modlite OKW with the Cloud Defensive Rein Micro 3.0 dual fuel. And that Modlite OKW, I believe it's rated at right around 700 lumens and 69,000 lux. Our Cloud Defensive Light is rated at roughly 1,000 lumens and 95,000 lux. Now, the micro uses an 18350, and I've got a VAP cell A11 fully charged, and our Modlite is going to be being run in a Reptilia offset mount slash body. It's meant for positioning by laser aiming devices. Anyway, it's going to be run by a Molicel P30B, which right now is one of the best high drain 18650s on the market. This is a Streamlight HLX, one of the older ones with 1,000 lumens and I believe around 28,000 lux. Our targets are 100 yards. There's 3 meters between each one to give you kind of some scale there. Anyway, I always like to use the HLX because a lot of people have them or have seen them. They're not very expensive. They're pretty ubiquitous, and they provide a good foil for all of these other lights that we test. So without further ado, we're going to hit the Modlite at this time. It's a Modlite OKW, again being powered by an 18650 fully charged, using a Surefire clicky tail cap from a Scout, and your Reptilia body slash mount that I mentioned. And that is some power. Got a decent little bit of spill up front, but it's definitely a thrower. Right there, our tree line is probably close to 140 yards from where we are. 130, 140. I haven't measured that distance. All right, and here we are. We are going to hit the switch on our Micro 3.0 dual fuel cloud. And that thing is just a freight train. You've got spill, looks like a larger hot spot, which may even be brighter. I don't know, I haven't compared them with the same on camera yet. But this thing, it throws and it floods. So let's throw the OKW up there and the Cloud Defensive. There's the OKW, there's our cloud. You can see the cloud's hot spot is a little bit, it's a little bit less defined and larger, and appears to be hotter, in all honesty. It appears to have more lux downrange. That's our OKW, so let's kind of switch between the two. Rein, Modlite, Rein, Modlite, Rein, Modlite. The Rein definitely has just more. I guess that's how I describe it, as more. More throw, more spill. The spill is a little bit smaller at the peripheral edges, which is to say the area swept is a little bit lesser by a few degrees, but it's really punching out there. This is the OKW, this is the Rein. Now we're going to turn them both on, and a lot of people have noticed that the Reins step down really hard, really fast. I notice it at about the 1 minute mark or so. So let's see what happens when we leave both of these on enough for the Rein to step down its output a little bit. Let's see if that step down really hamstrings the Rein in comparison with the Modlite. I'm just going to shine the Modlite off camera here. Rein off camera. Usually that step down comes at about the minute or minute and a half mark, if I recall correctly. And to me, it looks like we have hit our step down point. I've been clicking it on and off. It's gotten warm. Yes, our Rein has stepped down now. This is what the Rein looks like after you run it for a little bit. You can see now the OKW does appear to have more throw at this juncture. So that's a little something that maybe matters to you. Not all light reviews are going to capture stuff like that. The OKW with the 18650 and in my experience with the 18350 is just trucking along. Our Rein has limited our output. However, cool trick here, and it's back. It resets. After you click it off and on, it resets. And as you can see, it's given us a little bit here. So if you're like, oh man, that coyote, just click it twice. You can see your coyote again, or whatever you're doing, you'll be okay. And you can see it doesn't just default right down again. Yeah, the step down time is a little closer than it was before, but they leave enough in the pedal here for you to double click and get what you need right back. So keep that in mind also. You can see there we're still absolutely doing excellent. Okay, now the Modlites with the dual fuel, in my experience measuring the actual lux, they tend to put out right about what they put out with an 18650 or 18350 when you run two CR123s. At present, they don't have a single CR123 dual fuel light. However, this Cloud Defensive is a dual fuel light, and I've just put one CR123 in it, and we're going to compare it to our OKW with, of course, again, our 18650. There's our OKW. There's our dual fuel Rein. The Rein is obviously dimmer, but it's still a very functional light, even with a CR123 in it. And I will say I haven't noticed any step down with a CR123. It's not pushing the head hard enough to cause any kind of step down that I've noticed. So this is about where you're going to be more or less for the life of your CR123 battery. You got your Rein on the right and your Modlite OKW on the left. Obviously the OKW with the 18350 overpowers it, but I'm really impressed for how this is doing. Again, here's your Rein with a CR123. Here's your OKW with the 18350. Again, I'm really impressed with how this does on a single CR123. It's not like some kind of afterthought or, yeah, we threw that in there, but I wouldn't use it. No, I mean, this is very viable. I'm going to switch off our OKW and crank up our HLX real quick. I feel like I can see more details. This is our Rein with a CR123. I feel like I see more detail at the target area. It has a little more lux with the CR123 Rein. Obviously less spill, but this is very viable. This is not some sort of afterthought. It's actually a very viable way to get you through whatever you're doing that you ran out of your 18350 in. You could absolutely use this on a 0 to 100, 150 meter carbine course, and it would be fine. So that's very impressive to me that they actually gave us a useful dual fuel option. Again, I want to thank you for viewing, and I hope that this has helped some for anyone who's kind of on the fence about, man, I don't know if I want to trade or buy or sell or whatever. I hope it's kind of helped show you the difference in the two products. This is our OKW on 18650. This is our Rein 3.0 Micro Dual Fuel 18350. Y'all go out there and be safe.